What's going on, guys? Jay here and welcome back to another Street Sessions video. Today is a very special episode because you might notice there's an empty space next to me. I'm going to be joined by a guy named Tim, but he's not here yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my video editing magic to bring him into the frame. On three, 1, 2, 3. Whoa, Tim, look at that. It worked, hey.
It did.
Tim, how you doing?
Yeah, pretty well, man.
So guys, this is Tim. He is a guy I met through Instagram. So to introduce yourself real quick.
Yeah, I'm Tim Souter. I'm a photographer from Sydney, New South Wales. Shoot a lot of portraits, been getting back into street again. Yeah.
First thing, we need to get this out of the way. We need to talk about gear because, because it's street photography, you shouldn't really worry too much about gear, but because people love to see it, we're going to go over what he's carrying in his bag. And I think you might be a little bit excited. Don't get your pants wet, but let's get on with it. What do you have in your bag?
So, first things first, I've got this little guy.
This guy's a man of culture. This guy's a man of culture. He knows what's that.
Brothers in X100s.
We've got the black and the silver today,
That's
so
it.
really, really excited to be shooting with this with him.
So yeah, got a nice little thumb grip on there. Been loving the 35 f2 equivalent lens. Sharp as a tack, can't complain. But camera. I do have a different camera here with me as well.
Guys, are you ready for this?
Which is this.
Ooh. So for those of you guys who don't know what this camera is, what is this camera, Tim?
This is the Fuji GFX100S, the newly released large format, as Fuji calls it, medium format as we would normally call it, camera.
Yeah. People wouldn't really associate this camera with street photography, but
no.
but I'm pretty sure we're gonna have a great time with this camera on the streets.
I'm sure we will. It's been fun. I've shot it a few times on the street now. There's a few little things to get used to. I'm an ex-Canon shooter, so coming across to a new system has been pretty interesting.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of things I do love about it as well that my Canon camera didn't have. In-body image stabilization, eye auto tracking. These are the things that, I've been blessed with now, as well as 100 megapixels.
100 megapixels. Keep that in mind, guys, because later on you're going to see, I'm going to be including some shots from myself and also shots from Tim. We're going to show you guys the capabilities of our cameras, and you're going to be very, very happy with the GFX100S photos, I'm pretty sure. They say gear doesn't matter, but gear doesn't matter only if you don't have the GFX100S. So, no more wasting time. We're gonna go and take some street photos now. Hope you guys enjoy. Let's go, Tim.
Yeah.
So Tim, give us a rundown of what you're looking for when you're shooting on the streets.
Sure. If it's a nice big sunny day like today, I'm a guy that looks for patches of light, nice contrasty lines and things like that. Usually I tend to sit at them for a little while, bit of a fisherman like that, I guess. And wait and see what happens.
Any tips for photographers who are just starting out to shoot in difficult lighting conditions like today, as you can see?
I like to utilize the auto exposure bracketing a little bit, but I generally shoot my camera on -2 anyway.
Yep.
Just to bring those harsh highlights down quite a bit.
What about days where the light isn't that good? Is there anything that you tend to lean towards when you're shooting in difficult lighting situations like that?
Yeah, sure. If it's a bit of a kind of ordinary day, cloudy and that kind of thing, that's actually when I tend to shoot color a bit more, actually.
Yeah.
And just sort of try and shoot as flat as I can.
And my hat flew away. It's very windy today, as you guys can hear. So sorry about
the audio.
If there's noise. Yeah. It might be clipping really hard right now, actually.
if the lighting's going to be flat everywhere, that's actually when I'm more likely to shoot color because I'll be more likely to get an even exposure.
Right.
And yeah, I'll just shoot portraits then, perhaps a bit more color work, and try and even out my exposure as much as I can.
Sure. So guys, top tips from Tim right now, and I think you guys will find his tips very helpful because it's actually something I tend to do as well, and maybe a lot of other photographers. Yeah, so currently guys, we're in Kinokuniya. It's a bookstore in Sydney. This is probably the place that you should go if you're looking for photo books.
Speaking of photo books, some new ones. This book's really cool. Jesse Marlowe, an Australian photographer, recently released his book. It's a very nice book. I unfortunately don't own it yet, but that probably will change at some point. But yeah, I think it's still important to go back and to read and look at old masters and new photographers too. You can learn a lot by looking at a lot of other people's photos, I feel. Yeah.
What are you guys using? Fuji X-T2?
Yeah.
I used to own one of those.
Nice.
I regret selling that camera
Oh, really?
because they don't make that camera anymore. Hey, I got a request. Is it alright if I take a photo of you guys in the light there?
Yeah.
Yeah? Just a shot of you guys standing in the light? That would be great. I like your outfits too. Yeah, together of course. Unless you want to take a photo yourself, I'm okay with that as well. Just move forward a bit slightly. Yeah, thank you. Okay, on 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm gonna move over this side and you guys turn this way. Okay, there's some people behind you. Okay, 3, 2, 1. You guys are models?
No.
You guys do modeling on the side? Because I see you're looking that way. Like
I always take a photo. Yeah. Do you have a Instagram?
Yeah, of course. Hey, excuse me. I see you guys are wearing really nice outfits. You guys probably get this all the time. Is it alright if I take a photo of you?
Sure, thank you very much.
If it's not too much of an ask,
Yeah.
could I get you guys on the other side with the light? Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Thank you so much. If I could just get you to stand over here.
You want us together or like?
Yes, please. Yes, please. So yeah, I'll get one shot of you guys like that. Just lift your head up slightly because the hat is kind of very cute. 3, 2, 1. And just hold hands in the middle. Yep. You guys good. Thank you. 3, 2, 1. Could you guys hold hands like this?
Oh yeah.
Yep. I'll just get a close-up shot of that. I like your nails. They look really nice.
Thank you.
3, 2, 1. Thank you so much. Are you sure your parents don't want a photo?
No,
they look so nice. Oh, that's actually a really nice shot right there. Okay, so now I think it's about time. I mean, you can't miss this opportunity when you've got someone with a GFX100S. I think it's only natural that you want to play around. Ooh, okay, here we go.
Here
I
you
don't
go.
think,
Hey, if you drop that, you owe me money.
I mean, it's only $10,000, right? So I guess I could cover that with my insurance.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're gonna swap over some cameras. He's gonna shoot with the X100V. I'm gonna play around with the GFX. This is probably gonna be a once in a lifetime thing. Might even blow up my SD cards, but we'll see how it goes. Let's get back to shooting.
Don't forget to vlog.
So guys, I've got the GFX100S with me now. I'm gonna be playing around with it, trying to fulfill my dream of using this thing. So of course, when you're using the GFX100S, I'm gonna be playing around with the film simulation that you can't get anywhere else, which is nostalgic, negative.
And I'm playing with something pretty cool too. Jay's lent me a Pro Mist filter, which I've always wanted to try. So I'm gonna be shooting on that and try and go for that filmic look.
Yeah, I think at the end of the session, even though I like the GFX100S a lot, X100V, you know, TLDR is still gonna be the better street photography camera of choice. But yeah, let's get shooting. So my time with the GFX100S was very short-lived, very bittersweet. But the takeaway from using the GFX100S is that, yeah, I mean, for $10,000, it's a phenomenal camera. I can say without a doubt that if I was to choose between a GFX or a Leica, for say, with the same amount of money, then I would go for the GFX100 first. Without a doubt, no question. The resolution that you get from this camera, like the way it resolves images, is just out of this world. I'm gonna bring up a photo and just crop it in to the maximum so you guys can see. But you know, it's one of those things where once you use it, it'll change your life. I don't want to sound dramatic like that,
Look,
but
I mean, I don't either, but he's right. So I've been shooting this since a little while now, and it still is blowing me away. Like, there's the honeymoon period, but I think it's gone beyond that at this point.
you know, if
It can
you had-
do anything.
It can do anything. So
It's
yeah,
so- it sounds cliche to say, but it's true.
So this camera has a 4:3 crop, native aspect ratio, which is
Yes.
a bit different to your usual 3:2 ratio from other cameras, which takes some time to get used to because it feels a little bit tighter on the sides.
It's great for verticals, though.
It's great for verticals. It's so versatile, right? Because you can have one lens, and this is the thing I really like. You can have one lens on the GFX and say, oh, you know, you're a little bit too far away.
No such thing anymore.
There is no such thing. You can just be like, oh, you know what? As lazy as it sounds, I'll just crop in post. Yeah, the look of the photo will change, and people can probably, you know, sniff you out for doing that. But you know, who cares?
And
Who
then
cares?
there's, you know, the dynamic range as well. Of course, on a big sensor like that is absolutely obscene. There was a shot that I did the other day where I underexposed by 5 stops just because I could, and I brought it completely back, and there was a little bit of noise there, but not as much as you'd think.
The GFX100S, freaking amazing camera.
Yes.
I forgot to mention, the panoramic mode. It's addictive.
Very addictive.
And yeah, if you use it, then yeah, you're gonna get hooked. That's all I can say.
Yep.
So if you've got the money, GFX100S. Don't think of any other cameras. Just go with the GFX100S. I'm not even getting sponsored for this, but it's the truth. It's the truth, and I have seen it. I've experienced the truth.
He's used it.
Yeah, I'm converted now. I'm a believer.
For argument's sake, we're shooting on the 63 2.8, which is a 50mm full frame equivalent. Just so
50
that
millimeters.
you can get an idea.
Yeah, and you know, 50 millimeters is your good standard focal length for almost everything. If you want to go wide,
walk back a few
steps. But if you want to crop, if you want to zoom in, you don't have to buy a zoom lens. That's the thing. If I zoom in all the way, it could probably be the same resolution as an APS-C size photo.
Probably.
And people would never know the difference. So yeah, you're getting so much, and I guess that's why people are paying like $10,000 for this camera. It's worth
versatility.
Yeah,
that's what it comes down to.
It's worth the money that you pay for. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, there's not much else I can say about this camera other than it's good, and yeah, I had to give it back. So, Tim, what made you want to buy the GFX in the first place?
You're the worst. Because I had the money.
Oh yeah?
I don't know, if I'm being honest, I was saving up to change from Canon anyway. And I had a bad bout of health at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
And I was in hospital, in the emergency room, and I'm like, you know what? Canon's lagging a little behind. It's a known fact now, pretty much, I think. Sony and Fuji have taken top shot. So I had a bit of a moment and thought, you know what? I have this money set aside, so I'm going to invest in a new system, and Fuji was what that was.
Do you think you'll ever go back to Canon?
Probably not. Look, I mean, everything has its use case, right? At the end, we're all just shooting a box that takes light in on a sensor, and, you know.
Wise words.
But 100 megapixels is really nice.
Yeah, so say if Canon releases a full frame 100 megapixel camera with better, you know, obviously
like make it as ideal for them
faster autofocus,
etc, etc.
Faster autofocus, faster burst, better AF. Would you consider?
I do still have two EF mount lenses, but even those are getting discontinued these days. So,
yeah, right.
No, probably not. I think the format change, because years and years ago, 10 plus years ago, I actually did photography at TAFE. And one of the things that one of the teachers said was, you're always going to notice the biggest difference from a sensor move, not from like a lens move or a, you know. Turns out it's true. Who would have thought a teacher knows what they're talking about, right?
Yeah, that's right. Alright, so guys, we're nearing the end of the video, but I have one more question for you, Tim.
Okay.
Inspirations that you have, like who inspires you to take photographs? Where do you draw your inspiration from?
Sure. So I find that my style recently, at least the black and white work, has been influenced a lot by Fan Ho, who of course is a classic.
Yep.
By extension, Sean Tucker as well, who's had that similar kind of harsh, contrasty vibe.
Yep.
There's an Australian photographer called Knox, Knox Birdie on Instagram, who I'm
probably
sure Jay
might
will link.
Yeah, right here.
And his photography leaves me like, it's mind blowing. I love it. I also watch a lot of movies, so I find that I have a bit of influence there and sort of lighting wise.
Yep.
Then there's just photographers that I enjoy content from. a lot of Japanese photographers as well. And there's this guy in Canada called Greg Girard, who I find is worth looking up as well. As for Japanese photographers, people like Tatsuo and
Dido?
Yeah, of course.
Dido Moriyama.
Of course, Dido.
Yep.
Yeah, so I try and pick I don't really pick and choose. I like to get inspired as wherever I can.
It's quite a lot of variety there, guys, and if you have the time, do check all of those photographers out. They're actually a really big inspiration. And even for me, I'm starting to look at different photographers to draw inspiration from, and
Buy books.
That's something I need to do as well. So guys, Tim, great guy. First time meeting him, we had a lot of fun.
Jay's a really nice dude.
Thank you. Shot a lot of photos. We're gonna finish it off here, but Tim, do you want to lead people to your Instagram or other socials that you have?
Sure. So I only actually really am operating on Instagram these days. It's just my name, so Tim Souter, at Tim Souter.
Yep, right here. Guys,
link down below.
Guys, go check him out. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And we're gonna go shoot some more photos, and you guys will see some more photos after this. So yeah, catch you guys in the next video.
Enjoy.
See ya.